Hi, Brazil. My name is Thomas Mars from the band Phoenix. You're listening to 89 FM, a Radio Rock.
Fala galera, beleza? Eu sou o Wendell Correia e hoje eu vou conversar com Thomas Mars, o vocalista da banda francesa Phoenix, para falar sobre o novo álbum que eles lançaram em 2022 chamado Zulu, trocar ideia com ele principalmente sobre isso, sobre o Brasil também e mais algumas curiosidades, tudo com exclusividade para 89 a Rádio Rock.
Where are you calling me from?
São Paulo, Brazil.
Okay.
Where are you now?
I'm in Northern California, outside of San Francisco.
Are you living in California now?
No, I live in New York City, but I'm here visiting.
Okay, I didn't know that. What do you remember from Brazil? Because you've been here, always fun concerts.
Yeah, I remember a lot of things. I remember the shows mostly because they are incredibly fun. I remember especially, well, there were a few, but I remember like Interlagos, Lollapalooza in Interlagos playing shows. Then I remember like playing a soccer game on the starting grid against the Voids with Julian Casablancas. That was really fun. And we couldn't see anything, so the people brought cars and lit up the starting grid. And we were like this kind of like commando soccer game, and they'd given us all Brazilian soccer shirts. So because I grew up loving Brazil in soccer, so we were gonna wear the Brazilian soccer shirts. You have the same, but we all wear them, and they didn't seem to mind because I think they're not to diss them, but they were more into Argentina, I think. So it was really funny. And then I remember just spending a lot of time there between shows. I remember we had a week off between Rio and Curitiba, and we stayed at this incredible place where we started to write songs, So we did some writing. We wanted to be a little bit inspired there, and we wrote songs there. And we started that's why we started this record for a week. We started writing there. I remember going, we go every 3-4 years maybe. And every time it feels like there's so much to see that every time we're never jaded about it because it's a whole different city each time. And last time we were lucky that we saw a little bit more of the country. It was not just Rio and Sao Paulo. It was, we went to, I guess, 5 cities, and I want to spend more time there. I need to go on a holiday, but at the same time, when you play a live show, it's the best way to visit a country because you play for people and you meet. I never want to be a tourist after you tour, because it's too frustrating just to be a tourist when you get to meet people for your work.
That's great, man. And so some of the new songs that are coming up was writing in Brazil, is that?
Yeah, the first week of starting this record was at the end of the last tour, and we started for a week writing there.
What inspired you in Brazil to write new songs?
I don't know. I think we are just curious to go in a place that's new to us, and we did have a week between 2 shows, and it felt like it's such a country that has given us a lot with music that we thought like we might as well record there and find instruments that we like, find a place that we like, just not just enjoy the country, but just do something there creatively. I remember being at the hotel in Rio, listening to Baden-Powell's version of the French national anthem. which is my favorite version. It's so much, I mean, we have a good national anthem, but his version has so much empathy and depth, and that's I thought like, okay, we have to record things because we were in an urge of making music after this.
Yeah, the French national anthem is really known here in Brazil.
Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, his version is definitely. I wanted to come on stage with that, with the Bad and Power version, because but it doesn't really exist. There's not a great recording. There's a few YouTube videos that you can watch, but there's not really a recording that exists. So if anyone listening to this has the great recorded version, please send it to you and then to me or something, because that's I've been looking for that for a long time.
I'm going to research that for you in a minute.
Thank you.
And I heard that the lyrics of the new song of Zulu is a great single. Congrats for that, man. It's a great song.
Thank you.
And you were on an airplane, some turbulence was happening.
Yeah.
How was the story of that?
Yeah, it was on a small airplane, and when there's no more seats available, they give you the co-pilot seat. So you have the headphones, and you're on the small, which seems like when you're scared of flying, it seems like a good idea because you're next to the pilot and he's in control. So you see that he's in control. But this was really bad. So at some point, because I had the headphones, I was hearing the control tower saying like Alpha Zulu, calling the plane to descend and to land. And that Alpha Zulu was the tail of the airplane. And so I guess that stuck with me. And then when we started recording a few months later, it came back just because I don't know what the connections are in the brain, but somehow when it felt like it struck a chord with me.
It was a strong experience.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And the art cover is made by Sandro Botticelli, is that right? Mary with the Child and Singing Angels, the art cover of the You are the one who enjoyed painting?
No, I enjoyed paintings, but I'm a terrible painter. But I enjoy reappropriation. We grew up in the city of Versailles, which is a museum, and it sounds great. You're surrounded by all this beauty and grandness, but you cannot really exist because everything great happened in the past. There's no room for anything new. And so it's a little, it has something frustrating. And so what I love about this Botticelli image is that it's a little section of the painting. It's focusing on these 4 little angels that are there waiting for their turn. And I thought like it's kind of semi-comical that could be the 4 of us waiting for our turn, that we're like the establishment a little bit, but we're just a small piece of this painting. And we did record this album in the Museum of the Louvre in the decorative art. And that's how it felt like recording there, because you're looking at paintings and then you start to spend a lot of time with them and you're focusing on certain details. And sometimes you wish it was framed differently. You wish it was, and so you get more ideas and you appreciate it a little bit more and they become yours a little bit more. And so that's why we picked that small area of the Botticelli, because it felt like it was our favorite section, and it felt like it was also comical that it was these 4 little angels looking over something that seemed a little bit intriguing as a secret book or something that something that I was searching for that had so it's a long answer, but that had an answer that we were looking for.
And I thought it was going to wear a blue wire on your microphone instead of the origin for this new tour.
No, I stuck to my, that's my color. I can't change. I'm loyal to my, after I can't remember, it started maybe 12, 13 years ago that the cable was red because I was using a microphone that I liked the shape, but it was not. It was a SingStar microphone, so it was made for a PlayStation, so it sounded awful, but it looked good, and it had a red cable, and so I decided to change the mic but keep the cable because the mic sounded so bad.
And it's working, so keep it there.
Yeah, I like the. It's also the umbilical cord to the thing is maybe too cheesy, but it's a little bit of it grounds you a little bit, and it's nice to see it. You know, I still like the technical on stage. We have a new production and everything, and you can see a lot of the cables and the microphones and the things because I think they're part of the show. You know, they're elegant. Everyone's trying to make everything disappear, but to me it still has like there's a charm to it.
Yeah, I totally remember the first time I saw you guys because of the cable. And and you crowd surfer, I was the one that gave you a hand to go to the house mix.
Yeah, I need.
So we met, but you don't
help.
remember.
Okay.
And you got the cable, and I helped passing the cable to sing over there. That was a really nice moment.
Well, it's nice when people carry the cable because then there's a connection. Well, like, yeah. I just hope that if there's an electric shock, then we're all going down together.
And musically speaking, what is the difference between this new album that is coming up and the previous one?
I think this album is it's a little bit similar to our first one in the sense that it's a joyful mess, you know? It's a bit of a Frankenstein of an album. It has, what we liked on this one is breaking every preconceived idea that we had of arranging a song, or that every song is very different and has a careless approach to them, that they might sound like they could be, you know, from different eras or from different. It is a little bit like a collection of what we could have accumulated with time or something. But maybe that's the inspiration we got from working in the museum. That it felt like we aggregated things over time. And these things don't have much in common beside the fact that they're all played by the four of us.
Since you guys won a Grammy, do you care about that? Or you only care about doing a music that you really enjoy, that makes sense for you guys?
No, the great thing about winning one is you can scratch it off your list. It's done. You know, because if you start collecting and you want more, then you're fucked. Then you go into, it's really unhealthy. But having one is really freeing, because when you win a Grammy, when you're nominated, they give you a medal. And then if you win, they give you the Grammy. I think the worst thing that can happen to you is to keep being nominated because you have the medal, which reminds you that you've never won, you know. But if you win, you're done. You have one. One is plenty. I don't need more. You know, I'm satisfied with one. Chris and the band got really depressed after he won his Grammy because he thought, like, this is so sad that that's the end of it. But we saw it as something different, that you know, it's just, you're free after that. The people that want you to win a Grammy, or you finally achieve something that you really enjoyed, because it's nice to be recognized, but you can move on, and so that's satisfying to be able to, like, okay, what's something else, what's next, not just another one. You know, when you see people carrying like 12 Grammys when they win them, where can you go from there? If you win 3 next time, it's considered a failure. That's terrible for your life in general. No one will be impressed if you win 3. So we're not going for it was freeing. Yeah, it was nice.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Thomas. Really nice talk with you, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I hope to see you next time. If you carry the mic or something, just point your face and I recognize you. Now I know what you look like.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
See you. Bye.
89, a Rádio Rock.